Now in this first solo example, you're going to see a lot of licks and a lot of little patterns that we've used before. So like I said, this is going to be based around a G blues block 1. So if you don't have that down, you don't have that under your fingers, you don't feel comfortable with it, please go back and get that down. The very first lick is very easy. 6, 8, 6, 8. And you'll find most of these phrases are pretty easy. That's it. This next one, 8, 6, 8, 8. I have a bend, a release, 6, 8, 8. And then, on the second string. So this is just a little phrase. And that last note, that last 6, you'll hear this a lot in blues, where a note is held, and that's kind of, you think it's the last note, but then they throw like 1 or 2 little quick notes at the very, very end. That's just, again, a common phrasing thing, and I'm trying to have you develop this ear and develop these little stylistic things as we go, just kind of picking it up. So one more time. And that's that second lick. Next lick starts off with a bend. Then I'm going to kill it and come back, go to the 8th fret, and then I have a grace note. Then the 6th fret and the 8th. So a little more up to speed. It's a pretty easy lick. Next little lick starts on the 6th fret, 8, 6 on the first string, bend, choke, 8, 6, bend, bend, and hold this one. Now I'm going to throw some of these little tweedlies into the mix. So I'm going to do a tweedly to the 8th fret, 6, 8. And that's right out of one of the previous lessons. And then I'm going to do the same thing again, just adding a little more to the end of it. And again, I'm just going to snap that last little note. It's just a real common little phrase ender thing. So one more time, got the tweedly, 8, 6, 8, 6, 8. That last little bit, a little quicker. Now I'm going to have my hammer-on into a bend. Okay, so I've got hammer-on the 2nd string, 6th fret, 8th fret bent, 8th, and notice I choked that bend, 6th, 8th on the 2nd string, and the 6th fret. Now, this particular phrase is kind of important. Just that little bit of it, minus the last 2 notes. This is something that I'm going to actually repeat. I'm going to just change the last couple of notes. So the first time I do it, I have the 8th and the 6th fret at the end on the 2nd and 1st string. Then I'm going to play the exact same phrase again with a different last note. So one more time. Here's the first one. Here it is with the different last note. Now I'm going to do two different last notes. And finally, I'm going to do it the same way I did the first time. This is a fantastic, fantastic way to get some length to your solos and give people something that they can hold on to. It's a melody. It's something that they'll remember. Repeated patterns like this are a great device. So again, I'm going to just play all 4 of them in a row now. Okay, so now the next thing, I've got a bend. And this is kind of a longer phrase here. There's quite a few quarter notes in a row, so it just takes a little bit longer to memorize these, but it's totally doable. So again, I have that bend, and then the last 8/6 on that measure really are just getting you into the next part. So coming in on bar 21, I have a bend, choke, 8, 6, 8. And then I'm going to kind of do that same pattern again. 8, bend, choke, 8, 6, 6. So if I put those together, eight, 6, 8, and my little snappy ending. And then in one last lick. So again, I have the hammer on, 6, 8th bend, release, 8, pull off to 6, 8 on the second string, grace note, and 6, 8 quickly. So that's the whole thing. Let's now play that along with the jam track. And what you want to do here, learn this piece by piece. Okay, grab the pause button on the DVD player, play a lick, try and play over it. Do rewind, do play, pause, rewind. Whatever you got to do. Play these little fragments over and over and over again until they become comfortable. As soon as you've basically got it even close to somewhat a little bit memorized to where you can maybe read it off the page and keep up, that's when you want to start turning on the CD and trying to play along. It's going to be awful at first. I know that. I know it's going to be awful. It's okay. If you could do it the first time, you wouldn't need me. So think of it that way. It will get better. It won't necessarily get better at the beginning. You might find that as you're playing through, that there's a certain part in the middle all of a sudden that you start getting, or there's a certain part at the end all of a sudden that you start getting consistently. Over time, all those little spots will fill in and you'll have the whole thing together. So here's the clip of me playing it at full speed.